whole convoy just came up the road. So now we got the piece of equipment over here that's been here, and then a new one here. We think maybe it picks up bundles of trees. And then this thing, golly, I don't know what this thing is. They're loading up a truck. I don't know if that's the first truck or if any other trucks that have been through here. Those logs are very even. There's a lot of consistency to them. Up the cube game because we're going to have some people over tomorrow and we want to have some fun playing the game. So I decided I want to make a place to set your drink. So I want to make what I'm going to call a one-legged table and have a place on each side to set a drink. So that's a project I'm going to work on in just a minute here. Looks like the stevia is starting to go to seed. So we're hoping we can plant a whole bunch more using the seed. Still have various things coming up. Time to get some water down here where I've been bringing in some grass from the greenhouse area. And it's pretty well established, but being up under this overhang, of course, it's not getting a lot of water. This side is doing great. I guess water just really stays in here well, maybe because of the shade and because of the kind of drainage shape over here. Down here at the end, it's not doing quite as well, but with time, it'll do well. The avocado, the key lime, and the Meyer lemon are all doing well. Something's chewing on this a little bit, and it's had one or two leaves just die and fall off. And it doesn't look like the new leaves are keeping up with the old leaves falling away, but it still looks like it's doing well. The grass we put out here in the yard has really blended in well, but you can still see it's struggling a lot. So I haven't watered it in several days, but I'm gonna go ahead and water it now. We're not supposed to get any rain for more than a week, and we've already gone a week with just a light drizzle. difficult again to get the stakes in the ground out in the field. Got to use a little sledgehammer. Need a couple of ground rods. This one got hit by the lawnmower recently, so instead of trying to straighten it out, I think I'm just gonna cut the top off of it. I think a can is going to be the right way to go for trying to figure out what kind of hole to cut for your drink to sit down in this thing. If LaCroix would give me some free drinks, I would definitely advertise their product, but nope, they're not. Actually, now that I think of it, I probably should have just measured one of these holes. I just used my hole saw to cut the holes out. So now I've got this board with some holes in it. So there's my pieces to make my drink holders. Now I just need to cut the leg it's gonna sit on. A 100 little variations are running through my head while I'm making these, like I could round all these corners and make it really nice. But I'm realizing that I just want to get it done quick, so I'm just gonna make a fast thing. And if you see stuff that would make it awesome, do it. Here's something that maybe not everybody has at home, a really long drill bit like this. I mean, if it's worth it to you, you could get one. Obviously, be careful not to run your screw right into where your old screw was, your previous screw. Let's go set it up. So if I'm over on this side playing Coob, I'm thinking that, you know, if you have two players or whatever, you might walk to the right to set your drink down. Simple to make. I noticed it's a little bit wobbly, not bad. If you didn't want it to be able to turn or wobble as much, you might be able to put like a stake in the ground up against the side of it. I noticed the pomegranate is turning a little yellow, And looking online, it seems like it could be a lack of nitrogen. Of course, the season's changing, so it could be that too, but I figured I could give it a little bit of fertilizer. I have this natural stuff made of tea and seaweed and fish emulsion. So I'm gonna put some of that on there. I did mix it just a little bit weak, just to try not to over fertilize, just in case they put some fertilizer in the plants before they sent them. Actually, while I'm standing here, I'm right next to all this. I think I might drive through there and see what it looks like, depending on how possible it is to drive through those paths. That's a lot of logs. They have gigantic tires on their equipment, so they can drive all over this place. I'm not really sure I can get up in there, but I'll give it a try. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to go much further. I'll have to use feet. So for me, I would call this thinned, but I don't think that's their definition of thinning. I think this is thinned. So it actually looks like there's still a lot left to do. Wow. It's like somebody came through and swept this area. Some people might not be aware that this is tree farming, that these trees were planted to be cut. So I think that, you know, a lot of people are aware of that, but some people might think, oh my gosh, they're going into this beautiful forest and cutting all the trees down, and then there'll just be a huge field left when they do the final clear cut. But actually these trees, sometimes you can see the rows. Like if you see these trees all in a row here, you know, they're not perfect rows, but some forests are a lot more perfect. So over here is my woodshed and the dog pen. I think I'm about halfway from the road to the back of the property line. And they haven't, doesn't look like they've done much up in here yet. A lot of that's not even pine. There's just so many hardwood trees in there. So maybe only this front section was planted for pines. And maybe that back there is just natural, I don't know. It'd be nice if they're done and gone sometime next week. I know my woods are full of chiggers, so I hope I'm not getting any here. Earlier today I had my socks, my pants tucked into my socks to protect from bugs and things. And I just pulled them out about an hour ago before I even thought of coming out here and walking around. So hopefully I'll make it without the bug bites. Chigger bite, you know, mosquito bite is one thing, but chigger bites are, they like, on me at least, they create a little blister on every single bite. I know there's going to be a lot of organic material left here, all the shaved off branches and everything, so I don't know if this would really make any kind of mulch that I could use, but I'll come take a look at it when they're all done and gone and see if there's any benefit to the material that's left over. I really need some wood chips, but they're not going to chip this stuff up.